Here we have McKenna Mercer, who is a junior bronze level skater. We're going to begin today with her flying sit. McKenna, can you first show me just a plain forward sit? So it's really important in order to keep our back strong in that position. We don't want to round the shoulders. And can we try one more? And this time I really want you to feel like it's going to snap quick and strong into the system. Good. And up. Okay. So let's continue now to the basic fly of the flying sit. So first, can you put your right heel in this? And it's really important that you're going to keep your left leg underneath your left hip and your left shoulder. So all this is going to stay in one straight line. And can you just bend your knee up? So also important that we're going to keep this part of our leg neutral. We don't want to tuck this way. You're going to think of bending the knee up. Right, so we're going to keep the right arm straight over the right foot. And we're going to hold this arm here, right there. Exactly. So, yes, perfect. And keep our arms level. Just up. Good. Okay, now the next part, we're going to head over to the gate here. Right here. Hold your hands on this part. Keep your foot in front, right where it would be when you go into your good sit spin position. Tuck that leg up. So make sure you're holding on to this part here so you can close up. And tuck. So really important that we're going to keep this here strong right there. So tuck. So you want to happen quick. So tuck quick. Up. Right. And now we're going to try the tuck. And when you land, snap your knees together. Tuck and snap. Right. So just one more time. Tuck and snap. Good. So the reason why we're practicing this is because that tuck is what we're going to do for the flying sit. So now can we just head over here to this dot? So before we even start flying, can we just start right here? You're going to push into a forward upright spin, but you're going to think about keeping your right foot and your right arm together. So it's just going to come around to here. Show me that. To this. Good. And we also want to think when we do this here, we're going to step around and sort of rise at this point. So when we get back to facing where we came from, that's when you want to rise from the ground. So just try that one more time. Press around and rise. So, very important, you're going to keep your arms completely strong. So, here. When we get into the air, it's going to be a very solid position. So I want you to try that one more time. Make sure that this hand is going to stay over this foot. So your right hand, right foot, and your left arm is going to stay strong right here. It's going to go round and rise. Let me show you that. So now we're going to stay in an upright position, and we're just going to add a little bit of a hop. So we're going to start here. I'm going to come around. When I get back to this point where I'm facing the wall, that's when I'm going to do my slight hop. Around and hop. You just show me that. We're going to stay in our strong open position. Good. So that's how when you landed, this shoulder kind of dropped on the shoulder. Think about keeping it all straight. So let's now try that one more time. Better. Okay, so I think you see I have a spotted line drawn around here. That is the track that our right leg is going to follow. So we want to think about keeping our left leg following this curve around the red dot, and our right leg, and as well as our right hand, is going to come around here and lean out to the side. So we're now going to go towards the sit position of it. So you're going to push around. We're going to do a sit spin. When we get to here, we're just going to do a slight hop, and it's when you hit the ice and land again that you're going to bring everything in. Let's try that. So we're going to come around here, hop, and then squeeze into a sit. hold that first edge a little bit longer so that you can let this side here finish coming around. So it's when you get back to facing this wall that the fly should happen. Okay. So remember I said you want to make sure when you fly, this is going to be really solid. So that when you land, snap. It can happen. If we're here in the air when we land, there's not going to be a whole lot of snapping happening. So let's try it again. Make sure it's going to stay strong. Squeeze quick and strong once we land. Round. So it's very important on this spin, on the front end, that the fly is going to sort of happen in one place. So we're going to try to stick to this red dot. Right now it's kind of hopping away from it, so I'm going to come around. I'm going to fly on the red dot, and I'm going to squeeze and have my spin continue on the red dot. Let's slowly move away from the red dot now. So on just your own pattern, I want you to feel that you're going to press around onto your spiraling edge. Once you get back to finishing what appears to be a half of a heart, so once we get back to this part of the heart, that's when it's going to lift. So let's just try it on your own little pattern here later. Very important that we're going to take off before we don't want to go around, let it return and then fly, because then you're at our back inside edge and when we land, it's not going to continue the direction. So I want you to step, come around, and now that's right. So you really need to think that this leg here is going to come around to here and then. So at the point where the right hand and the right foot are at the same location, that's when it's going to fit. Let's try it again. Squeeze. I was to cover the lower body on that flying sit. None of this shouldn't have any movement besides just going up and down. So I really want you to feel like when you step around, you're going to keep everything completely solid. So that when we hit the ice, the sit and the quickly solid. Let's try again. So when we land from the fly, so once we get back into the ice, as soon as that happens, as soon as our toe makes contact, is when we squeeze. Right now we're kind of waiting here and then squeezing a little. So I want you to feel it's going to fly and then snap. So just put your heel in the ice, fly and snap. Snap. Okay. Just do that one more time. So fly, solid, and then snap. Good. So let's try another flying snap. Feel that. So that would have a lot more control. Now I think we can have a little more tuck. So it's really important. Just head back over here to the wall. So just hold on to the boards here. Step in here and do the tuck again. So bend and tuck. Right. So we can't just expect to be on a straight leg and tuck that foot up and down. It needs to press and then tuck. So press and tuck. Good. Try it again. Keep this knee back. Okay. And tuck. Good. And then snap. So tuck and snap. Right. So let's head back out here. We're going to try that again. And I really want you to feel like this knee here is going to continue facing down. We don't want to bend this way because that's going to cause our hips to come forward. Let's try another flying snap. Take my hand and put your heel in. Now fly and then snap. So try it again, fly and snap. So it's really important that your hands are going to stay level. Because if I get into the air and I drop this side, when I land, my sit's going to be here. And vice versa, if this side here drops a bit, my sit's going to be there. So we want to think just like our plane sit spin on its own, everything is going to be completely square, so our arms can just go from here to here. Nothing extra. Let's try another one. So let's try the flying sit again. Think about keeping your arms this way. Okay, better job. Now let's try it again, and I want you to feel like when you get to right here, everything is going to kind of lift. So it's going to reach around, just like the takeoff of a jump. Once you get to here, everything is going to extend all the way from the toe. That's the same thing with the flying sit. So it's going to finish coming around on its curve, and everything is going to lift into the knee. We also want to make sure we keep our shoulders relaxed. So around and lift. That was better. So when you're in the air, you really want to think, just hold on to my shoulder for a second. Actually, I'll go to the other side. Feel it. So bring that knee up. You really want to think that that leg is going to be straight under that shoulder. So that when you land, it's going to come right back down to there. If that leg ends up out here, it's going to be a lot harder to land over this side. So your foot underneath your hip, which is going to be straight under your shoulder. All straight. Let's try it again. That was better. Hey, so now we just need to work on the quickness of the whole thing. So I want you to start here. Quick and snap. Snap. Like, and again, so it's going to be quick and snap. Okay, so one last time. And quick and snap. Good. And it's also important that we're going to keep our back straight because if we get to here in the air, we're going to be forward. So think about keeping your back straight when you're in the air so you land. Let's try one more flying sit. Let's go lift. Okay, so it's very important that once we get back on the ice, sit is going to squeeze in and remain the exact same as our normal sit. So can we go back and just do the forward sit right there? Push up like this. So now can we return to the flying sit? And I want you to feel like when you're in the flying sit, it's going to squeeze and it should feel the exact same as your forward sit so that you are able to continue on to the broken leg. So can we try that? So the flying sit, and we're going to make sure the squeeze is strong so that we're going to keep the sit spin strong enough that we can move on to the leg. So we're able to maintain the speed in our sit spin, which is a good sign. We just really need to make sure that on the fly, it's going to continue to tuck. So very important, and this is something that you can practice off the ice as well, is that tuck. So let's just try one more flying sit, and I really want you to feel like everything is going to lift, and that this heel is going to get as close to the back of your leg as you can. Tuck. Now we're just going to return to the sit. I just want to see if it was affecting your sit position. And tuck. Better with the tuck. So now we're going to try it and be completely solid, and the second you come down from your tuck, everything is going to snap at the once. So if you get right into this sit. One more. Okay, so that has actually made a lot of progress. Just now can we try one that has a couple cross cuts. I'm just going to step into it on a spiraling edge. So just the way you would normally do it fits into your program, except with the fly. Around and okay, so it's very important that when we're going to it with a little more speed, we're not going to change the edge that we step onto. So that time you can step a little further down the ice. You want to make sure it still continues to come around and squeezes. That was a lot better than what it originally was. So on the next lesson, we're going to start to work on possibly doing the flying sit, and then we can add other variations. And it's just one of those spins that we need to make sure we continue to practice for the future. So do you have any questions? No? All right. Thank you very much.